So going aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Forget everything you thought you knew about the universe. It's not made of stuff. It's a dynamic, ever unfolding web of relations. The secret? It's in how local differences compose, yet resist being flattened into a single global picture. So, quantum mechanics. The usual question is, why is the particle here and there? Ditch that. The real question is, can we stitch together all these local measurement contexts into one perfect context-independent truth table? Abramsky and Brandenburger showed us mathematically, nope. Think Mermin-Paris magic squares. You can satisfy each row or column locally, but nail them all globally? Impossible. Best you get is 5 out of 6. This isn't just ignorance, it's structural. Reality doesn't have a single property sheet waiting to be read. Instead, phase becomes critical. It's the mechanism that tunes which paths reinforce and which cancel, creating vastly different outcomes from the same number of possibilities. Look at the data. Tuned paths versus dispersed ones, a coherence difference of over 1,500 times. That's not noise, that's the universe's way of saying context matters. Okay, fields and matter. Forget fields as invisible stuff filling space. They are rules for comparing local frames. What stays constant when you loop around? That's the invariant, the real physics, and matter. Not just particles zipping around. It's stable closed-loop memory. Think topological winding numbers. Smooth jiggles don't change them, but a sudden phase slip does. That persistence, that conserved quantity carried by the loop, that's what qualifies as matter. Space-time itself? Maybe just a macroscopic graph of who can influence whom. Turn down the relational tuning strength and watch the connected whole shatter into isolated fragments. Gravity? Perhaps not a fundamental force like electromagnetism, but more like an equation of state for the collective behavior of these causal relations at large scales. Jacobson's work hints at this gravity emerging from thermodynamics at horizons. It's less about quantizing gravity directly, more about understanding its macroscopic emergence. Now life and consciousness. Forget simple definitions like replication or metabolism. Life isn't just stability, it's the capacity to actively maintain and rewrite the very rules governing its future possibilities. Look at the experiment, a fixed rule learner versus one that can restructure its rules. When the world changes, the rewritable one adapts better, even enabling new dimensions. That's life, not just following the script, but writing parts of it. Consciousness? Not just information flow volume. The awake brain study shows higher total flow under anesthesia doesn't mean clearer consciousness. The key is reliable routing, differences being selectively delivered and bearing consequences within the same ongoing process. It's the difference between describing a causal position third person and being the same causal instance that bears the event first person. It's about consequence bearing within continuity. So where does this leave grand unification? Models like spin 10, valuable, sure, but they're likely just low-energy descriptions, internal structures, not the ultimate why. The deeper game is explaining why quantum theory, gauge fields, geometry, and even concepts of matter all share this core relational DNA, local transformations, path composition, closed-loop invariance. The real unification isn't finding a bigger group, but understanding the shared grammar of these phenomena. The universe's ultimate secret boils down to three things: consequential difference, local composition, and an irreducible remainder that resists global completion. That's the framework now. Go poke holes in it.